In the national news now, just minutes away from Sydney to the Southern Highlands, our virus outbreak spreads. Police swoop on a group of teenagers after a wild run from the law and still infected but cleared for action. So why has Trump bailed on the next debate? Getting into breaking news tonight, Coles customers are being turned away at stores across the country as the supermarket giant experiences a major system meltdown. We're being told a technical glitch has crippled the cash registers nationwide. Robert Avadi is there. Rob, Coles, have they made any progress on fixing the issue?
Well, Coles is assuring us it is trying to make progress, but as you can see, the progress is not very fast at the moment. This store here at 5 Dock remains closed. It has been closed for some time, and it is exactly the same as stores right around the country. Now, Coles operates 807 supermarkets around Australia. We're being told a technical glitch has crippled cash registers everywhere. We're still waiting for more information from Coles, so we can't confirm whether this is some sort of malware or a sinister attack. A short time ago, we did receive this statement. It says Coles supermarkets are being closed temporarily due to a technical issue with processing payments in our stores. Our team is working hard to fix the issue and stores will reopen as soon as possible. When that is anybody's guess. We do know its internet is powered by Optus and it uses Microsoft software, and in the past hour or so, shoppers in the middle of groceries simply had to abandon trolleys, told none of their purchases could be processed.
I know, Friday afternoon, you know, get food, bring home for dinner, whatever. But yeah, unfortunately it's closed, so I don't know what I'm going to do now.
There have been reports Woolworths and Aldi systems are also down, but in the past few minutes I have confirmed, at least with Woolies senior management, that is not the case. And if we have an update, we will bring it to you throughout the bulletin.
Appreciate that, Robert. Good on you. A bushfire emergency is on Sydney's doorstep tonight. Crews are battling to protect homes under threat in the city's northwest.
Well, 3 homes here on Plymouth Avenue were evacuated, and while it's all under control now, flames did come close. Residents told us they could see them up in the trees. Firefighters, when they arrived at 4 this afternoon, flames were 5 metres high. The front was about 100 metres wide and moving fast. 8 crews did a fantastic job keeping the blaze at bay.
The house is still standing, so they burnt off yesterday and obviously caught again. My neighbour rang me and said it was in the trees.
6 trucks arrived. They quickly knocked down a fast-moving fire that threatened some houses for a short time.
Now, fire crews were conducting hazard reduction burns here just yesterday. They are investigating whether that fire might have been reignited by winds today, and obviously there still is plenty of flame fuel on the ground.
It's so early in the season. Thanks, Serena. The border battle has turned even uglier, with Queensland accusing New South Wales of giving up in the fight against community transmission. The blistering attack from one state has another welcomed us back.
At Sydney Airport today, excited holidaymakers bound for the top end.
Very happy to be finally getting on a holiday.
Chris Marr, 7 News.
Meanwhile, the blame game and hotel quarantine disaster that sparked Victoria's second wave has reached fever pitch. In a scathing submission to an inquiry, the former health minister warned the Premier's evidence regarding security guards should be treated with caution. Today, Daniel Andrews dodged questions.
I've already dealt with those matters.
The bitter infighting is doing little to reassure virus-weary Victorians still suffering through a strict lockdown. Tonight, we've obtained some violent video of a drunken brawl on a Sydney train. The fight, which played out in front of young children, was all triggered when one man asked 2 others to turn their music down.
Flying kicks, a flurry of fists, an all-out rolling railway brawl.
They got me on the ground, they smashed me.
A surfer is missing, presumed dead, after being attacked by up to 2 sharks on a notorious West Australian beach. His surfboard was found floating this morning off Kelp Beds Beach near Esperance on the state's south coast. Witnesses say the mauling so severe the man could never have survived. It's the same spot that a 17-year-old girl was fatally attacked 3 years ago, and where Australian Paralympian Sean Pollard lost both his arms. Donald Trump has been given the all-clear to return to public events this weekend, just 10 days after being diagnosed with COVID-19. He's now pushing, though, for a face-to-face round 2 debate with Joe Biden next week, saying a virtual one is a waste of time.
An election campaign on steroids.
I'm a senior. I know you don't know that. Nobody knows that. Maybe you don't have to tell them. but I'm a senior.
The president speaking directly to the older Americans who helped elect him, now swinging against him in the polls.
Should we know about John Barilaro's speeding tickets, or is it a privacy breach from his enemies? A chilling kidnap plot foiled while a group of men were planning to abduct a US politician. And a horror blaze as an apartment block goes up in flames. I'll tell you where next. Embattled Deputy Premier John Barilaro is set to lose his driver's licence after being caught speeding and using his phone behind the wheel. There are now calls, though, for an investigation. Not into Mr Barilaro's driving habits, but who leaked the details of his offences.
John Barilaro will have to get used to this. No longer in the driver's seat, his licence soon to be suspended.
Meanwhile, a Spanish court has overturned their country's lockdown restrictions in the capital of Madrid. As a second wave sweeps Europe, new rules were ordered ahead of a long weekend there, barring residents from leaving the region without good reason. But a court ruled the restrictions interfered with citizens' fundamental rights. Well, a huge fire has tore through an apartment block in South Korea, forcing the evacuation of everyone inside. It's home to around 130 families. Concrete chunks fell from the structure as the blaze quickly spread through the 33-storey building. At least 80 residents were treated for smoke inhalation. There are no immediate reports of any deaths. So lucky. Next in sport, Ponga becomes the latest Queenslander out of Origin. Well, they even field the team. And the Tigers' secret weapon as they prepare to take on the Saints in a sudden death semi.
Tonight's Sport Report brought to you by PointsBet Online Betting. Download the PointsBet app today.
One of last year's grand finalists will be eliminated in the NRL tonight. It's the Roosters versus the Raiders. And Michelle Bishop is at the SCG. Michelle, it is a proper grudge match.
Good evening, Daniel. Expect fireworks with this one tonight. There's certainly no love lost at all between the coaches, Ricky Stewart and Trent Robinson. I'll tell you what, the Raiders fans, they've travelled tonight. They are here in full force. On the field, the Green Machine will need to be physical to get up over the Roosters, who are, of course, coming off the back of two very costly losses. Two big ins for the Tricolours tonight. Of course, Sonny Bill Williams is back and Jake Friend, their co-captain, has recovered from concussion. No such luck, though, for the Parramatta Eels tomorrow night. They will soldier on without one of their stars against Souths.
Eels flyer Blake Ferguson is renowned for pulling off miracle plays.
The Fergusaurus!
Michelle Bishop, 7 News.
In the AFL, it's do or die there too for Premiers Richmond in tonight's semi against St Kilda. The Tigers have been boosted by a return, though, of their gun forward Tom Lynch. Meanwhile, tomorrow night's sudden death semi sees Geelong take on Collingwood, and you can catch both blockbusters on 7 mate. Usman KHAWAJA hasn't given up on his Test career. At 33, he plans to use the opening rounds in the Sheffield Shield bubble to make a point.
Plenty of hunger. I probably wouldn't be playing Shield cricket if I didn't want to be playing for Australia. I think, I still love playing for Queensland.
Some sunny skies for the weekend. Elly will have the weather details for you. And Adam has taken this. Love that one, Adam. Beautiful colours. What's that? You can do, well, if you can do better, send it in.
Tonight's weather brought to you by Pacific Seeds, growing possibilities.
Good evening again. It was a cooler day across New South Wales as strong westerly winds swept across our state. We'll continue to feel that cool breeze over the weekend, but a high pressure system will move in and that'll create mostly fine and more settled weather across eastern parts of the country. The southeast will remain dry and settled early next week. That's thanks to that high pressure system, but the northeast of New South Wales may experience a few showers and storms thanks to onshore winds. So that's really where the bulk of the rain will be on Monday, coastal areas and possibly parts of the northern tablelands as well. But the high will be the dominant feature for most of us until a new system brings a bit of a change late next week. But that's really just for southern parts of the country. It is looking like quite a nice start to the weekend tomorrow. So if we have a look at our temperatures now, it might be a little bit cool in the morning, but it should be mostly fine throughout the day and fairly sunny too. Broken Hill heading for a top of 24 degrees. Condobolin just under 23 and 23 the top in Dubbo as well. A really nice day across our coastline tomorrow, 25 degrees and nice and sunny in Newcastle. And across the country for our Saturday, we should have a fair bit of sunshine in most places. 29 the top for Brisbane, 25 in Sydney, a nice 20 degrees in Canberra. A bit of a cool night though, but a possible shower in Melbourne and Hobart tomorrow. Dan?
Starting to clear down south as well, which is nice. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Elly. Appreciate it. That's your news for this Friday, the 9th of October. Thanks so much again for your company. I'm Daniel Gibson. Till I see you again, have a great weekend. Bye for now.